People don't seem to realise that HMRC have got open banking into everyone's bank accounts, and to start
That's
off
right.
with.
Yeah.
The question we get asked quite a lot of is, how do HMRC know if I'm if I'm not declaring income? Is I suppose the first question, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
A couple of ways to do that, isn't there?
Mm.
People don't seem to realise that HMRC have got open banking into everyone's bank accounts, and to start off with.
Yeah,
so at any point of the day, they can go, right, I'm going to look at Zahid's bank account or Tom's bank account or anybody's bank account and see what money they're earning. So the best example I can give of that, certainly on that basis, is has anyone ever wondered why, when you are due a tax refund from a tax code, you don't actually have to give your bank details 9 times out of 10? Because HMRC have already got that and they will just drop the refund into your account. Obviously, on that basis, they're going to know if you're picking up money that you're not declaring.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people get gifted things like property, for example, and they don't realise that they have to declare the income. So if they were to sell that property on, for example, that's classed as a second home, isn't it?
Absolutely. Capital gains tax kicks in
exactly,
then as well, you see. So.
And people just don't realise that there's tax to pay on that. And the only time they realise is when they get a letter in the post saying, "Oh, we found out that."
Yeah, we've been chatting to our friends at the land registry basically, and they've told us that you've sold a second property.
So when you go for like a mortgage or something on a property that's classed as a second property, then that's another way HMRC can find that, because the mortgage advisors or the letting agents or whatever have to sort of liaise with land registry and other sort of institutions like that, which
I know obviously
HMRC.
Certainly with the rules that have been in there for a while with regards to declaring capital gains tax on properties, 60 days from completion. HMRC know, so they're expecting that. So when that property gets sold, for example, they know. So that's one way of them finding out about property. Then when you look at, I don't know, you could have a second job, second element of income, which then effectively falls as part of self-employment, don't you, to start with? So obviously you get the trading allowance of £1,000, which if you earn less than £1,000, then you haven't got to pay tax on it. But it still has to be made aware that that's the case.
Yeah, you still have to tell the HMRC
exactly,
that you've earned a bit of money that's under £1,000, and can you claim the trading allowance?
Yeah, and
more often than not, they'll say, yeah, sure.
Of course you can, yeah, exactly. Again, it's another one that at some point they may remove, because it's certainly with the rules that are coming in now. But again, that's another speculation. And I suppose the question then is why should you register for self-assessment?
It's to pay.
It's to pay your national insurance.
Yeah, absolutely. And then,
tax.
like, if you pay your national insurance, then you're entitled to state benefits. For example, the state pension. So if you don't register for self-assessment, you don't pay. You don't pay your national insurance, and you won't get your...
Well, yeah, people need to realise that you've got to have between 30 and 35 years worth of
contributions,
national insurance contributions, in order to get to qualify for the state pension to start off with.
So why else wouldn't you register for self-assessment? So one example I can think of is, say you're employed, and then all of a sudden your employer turned around and said, right, we're going to stop employing you, but we want you to invoice us. So you're almost there as a subcontractor.
Yeah.
So to you, the job hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. And I suppose we're sort of going into IR35, but we'll leave that for now. But then you don't realise that you have to do your own sort of accounting, bookkeeping.
Yeah, that's the key thing, isn't it? It's the fact is whereas your employer was paying across your PAYE national insurance for you, when you were working for yourself, it becomes your responsibility.
That's right. Yeah. And you have to do it.
And that's your responsibility and not your accountant's. Yeah. So the accountant will provide the information that you need to pay that. But if you decide not to, it's your liability. Simple as that.
That's right. So basically, if you earn money, you have to pay tax one way or the other. Basically, usually it works like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. So no matter what money you earn, good old HMRC, they're going to still want their cut of it, aren't they? Simple as that. Absolutely. So unfortunately.